right, welcome to your balanced diet of entertainment. Today will be the number 11 day for inside the month of May of 2017. One more day to the start of weekend for so many of us where they look forward to weekend. Now, when people talk, say, now, hello, now, senior, how are you? So, how will not they all of you way out there? Hope so, now, enjoy on a night. As long as you did alive, you're supposed to thank your who, you're supposed to thank your chi. All right, this morning, so many things they share around the world, even though we know, say, Donald Trump, they receive so many questions, and people, they use one eye. Say, they look and say, are you sure? Say, that fire where you fired that guy, you do with real purpose and intent? Because right now, people, they say so many things of how don't they enter the matter. But for inside Nigeria here, we don't hear say 28 states don't they owe their teachers salary. Which states be that? Your state, they one of them? Or your state, they among the ones who know they owe the teachers salary. Amnesty reports don't they come inside the papers now so they speak because the amount of money where they don't give them is running into billions and billions of naira. Sad story too, because before inside South Africa, 2 of our Nigerians, they don't kill them. We get updates inside the papers and so many other stories. I remain the one and only Naija cast. Urukomi Nilichi Enobong Amesiere Ibolachi Obowe Inakwana. Good morning, Naija. Feel it!
Yes. And truly, if you look your date, you go to say 11th, truly, as Luchi talk now, we done the 11th day in the month of May. The year is gradually running by. What is they happen inside? Luchi don't give you some small intro as to what they happen inside the papers and inside with Obodo, Nigeria. Also, you go see, say, we ex-vice president, Namadi Sambo, don't go visit with present vice president will be the acting president. Talking about vice president Osibanjo. Waiting be happen for that meeting. Why you go meet and waiting you visit them for? We go give you some more information about that one inside with papers. And of course, in the world of sports, for those who love football like me, yesterday it was 2-1 in the second leg of the second semi-final UEFA Champions League. Atletico Madrid beat Real Madrid 2-1, but on aggregate, now Real Madrid qualify for 2. And of course, today we will get the 2 legs of the second semi-final of the UEFA. The Europa League, UEFA Europa League. Manchester United go to host Celta de Vigo of Spain. And of course, Ajax of Amsterdam go play Olympic Lyon. Who go reach final? You go need to wait till this evening today to see them. We promise to give you a lovely show today. As always, my name never changes. Still remain Bernard Akede. And together with Luchi, today is going to be a great day. A great day it is.
All right, we're going to do it. We're going to need to buy a small break right about now. By the time we'll come back, the next bus stop will enter. Now, of course, to read for inside our paper. So if I be you, I go gum my body to my chair. No go anywhere.
Hey, my people, una good morning. My name na Alibaba. I say make I just wake up this morning, make I greet una. As una day this morning, so may God they bless una banga go ripe. As it be so, una no go use leg, knock stone when go cost una wahala. The stone when una go kick, na the one when go make una get better money. You know, say them talk say if you use right leg kick something, better they happen. Una left leg no go hit waiting go make una disturb on herself. And I do greet una. Una well done. Una they watch this good morning show. May God bless all of una and una banga go ripe as I talk. Now Alibaba say make I greet una so. Carry go.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. And we've been telling us, saying, Tori inside newspaper now, they carry una go straight and without waiting any time at all. Me go start to give una the Tori inside the Nigerian pilot. Of course, for the Nigerian pilot, first of all, you go see there, they say Nigerian banks post good result, but risk persists. Inside which page they talk that one, for inside page 2. They say Nigerian banks only give good results of everything that they do, but plenty risk still there inside the Nigerian banks. And also, we hear the police arrest couple for allegedly selling their daughter for how much? For 400,000 naira.
It's supposed to be their house rent.
As a matter of fact, 400,000 naira for a child. There's no price you can put on selling a child. They say they sell their daughter for 400,000 naira. Inside page 2, you go see that particular story.
But Bernard, it just goes to show you the level of hunger and the length to which people feel go just to survive.
Yeah, people they're very desperate now for survival. You know, for survival, very desperate. Desperation for survival is very high. That one a very sad story. Inside page 6, there 9, they get the headline of the paper, the particular big story with the exam. It's a ex-vice president Sambo visits Osibanjo. Now that one I've been talking when they introduced the show this morning. Waiting be the reason for the visitation. You guys enter page 6 to know why the ex-vice president visit the present vice president. It's a meeting of the vice president teams. And they say AG president reverts Federal Executive Council opening time to 10 a.m. So he don't already starting work. So he don't revert the meeting of the FEC to 10 a.m. Waiting again, he go do as he don't collect this mantle of authority. We got to wait small, make we see the kind of actions when he go take. And at the bottom there, we see say alleged corruption, lawmakers probe BPP. So many probes now they go on these days. And they follow as official EFCC for Twitter. And when I go tell you, say if they follow that handle, you go laugh, tire. Very, very hilarious, but very, very informative and educating too. All these probes when they come out, they tell us for that particular Twitter handle. At the bottom there, finally, you go see, say, they say anti-terrorism war, military reshuffles, commanders, and others. Also, that one for page 5. Also for page 6, they say Ogun State polio-free for 8 straight years. Very good result for Ogun State. Other states where still they get issues of polio, maybe they're going to need to borrow a leaf from the government of Ogun State to know as then take day polio-free for the past 8 years running. Also for page 5 now, you go see, say court adjourns Lawan Otedola. Court adjourns Lawan Otedola alleged bribery case. That's the alleged bribery case of Lawan and Otedola. The court don't adjourn that particular case. For page 6, you go to say 9 states to benefit from World Bank's $200 million. You go like know, if you go like know which states they inside, whether your state benefits inside, whether you self benefits inside, enter page 6 of the Nigerian pilot to know which and which state benefits inside that money. And finally for page 2, which is the executives more corrupt than the legislature. This one, is this a corruption battle? Who corrupts past? The executives, they come and say then they're more corrupt than the legislature. Well, corruption is something we're fighting in the country, and we don't want to know whether somebody corrupt past the other. All we want to know is that corruption becomes a thing of the past. Well, now all we get inside the Nigerian pilot this morning.
All right, from the Nigerian pilot to make we look within the Inside the Nation this morning. Now, for Inside the Nation, you go see I'm say ex-NNPC GMD don't forfeit $9.8 million to the federal government. This one did for page 6 for Inside the Nation this morning. Now, they say Falaye's son's widow, she don't come outside, they sue the airline for $100,000. This one now because of the air crash, which just happened to the ex-commissioner for tourism for inside Ondo State. Yes, we know saying by not too long ago, and now the widow don't come outside. They sue the airline for $100,000. Not only $100,000, she's suing as high as $200 million for some other damages as well. Details of this one there for page 8 of the Nation this morning. Life jail for Ekiti worker. We come outside do by force adult play with a small girl of 15 years. Yes, this one a very sad story, but we're happy to at least he don't get sentenced on top of this matter. More details there for page 8 of the Nation this morning. They say 28 state government, they owe teachers, according to NUT. They say 28 state government, that one, so many 28 states, they owe their teachers salary, and yet we never hear say any of these states don't cut down the allowances whether they pay themselves as governors, the allowances whether they pay the lawmakers for the state, or even the expenses, the amount of money that they spend on top of some trips and some travels for inside that state. Yet, they are owing their teachers where they teach the leaders of tomorrow. They owe them their salary. A very sad one. More details there for page 6 of the Nation this morning. Now, for Inside the Nation, on top of the $43.4 million contract scam, they say government, it be like say they fit to drop SGF and NIA Oga. Ha! This one, I want to know what is the end of this. Are they telling us now that those ones are now innocent?
Yeah. Well, we still never hear the result of that particular probe on top that particular story.
Well, now what do they hear so now? Because I said the probe, the result is out, and they are saying they be like say they fit to drop SGF and NIA on top of the matter. Well, more details the Inside the Nation this morning. They say gunmen killed 2 Nigerians for inside South Africa now. And yes, this is one of the stories where you say do the introduction this morning. A very, very sad one. You go see the pictures of them. One the late Oranusi, and the other one now another young man, young Nigerian. So they just decided to cry for reasons where they inside the Nation this morning. Now you go see them for here. They say FEC don't approve trade negotiation office. Negotiation office. What's in that office go they do? What's in the function? We don't get any office like that already. More details there for 6. They say assembly is to probe Emia Sanusi. They say why? Because the time we be day of office, they say it be like say some alleged things. Mago things be they when choking hand inside, and they need to investigate. And more details they for 44 of The Nation this morning.
All right, after The Nation newspaper now, me at the Cairo enter the Sun newspaper. And for the top right, we go start with the Senate accuses government agencies of corruption. Now, new thing be that.
Abi?
We know say government agencies, different people don't come and don't accuse them of corruption, and that is what we are fighting in this country. Is the canker worm where they say we must come out for Bodo Nigeria. From there, I go enter the story where Luchi take end her own paper, and that is Sanusi under probe. There they said the Kano Assembly investigates Emir on 8-count charge of misappropriation of Emirate Council's funds, anti-Islamic practices, and others. So actually, they probe him for different things when he don't do while in be the Emir of Kano. This one an interesting thing. I don't know whether they don't probe any past Emir or any past traditional leader before. For any state, like the Emir of Kano, the Oni of Ife, the Oba of Lagos.
Well,
in fact, I did very surprised. I don't even know that they probe, these
religious leaders.
religious and traditional leaders.
Traditional rulers. Well, this is the season of change. Not be change with day.
Well, not so sure. We could change them. They go as long as the change actually works for us. We could change them. They go. That one, for inside page 6. Now you go see that particular story. Now moving on, page 2 and 3. Waiting the talk for there. He say, shake up as army replaces commanders. U.S. hails release of 82 Chibok girls. We still they happy. We see they get different hailings from here and there about the release of 82 Chibok girls, and the army commanders don't they shake up. Yes, once in a while, me I know say for inside the military that they get some kind of shuffling and reshuffling. As a matter of fact, not even in the military alone, in almost every sector, it's actually good for business. When
it's
you
very
change,
good for business,
yeah,
yes.
you change people's positions. So
that nobody like some people they too comfortable with that position before you know what's in the happen. So many things go they
yes, you know, people say Oba no they go transfer. You know be Oba, so you go transfer. Now for page 4 and 5, they say Enugu deputy governor's orderly shot dead. Who shoot him? How is that possible? The deputy governor's orderly. How come? Instead of supposed to be police officer, you know. So if somebody should shoot, if somebody shoots the deputy governor's orderly, it means that the deputy governor himself might not be safe. So if you want to get more information about that particular story, you go enter page 4 and 5 of the Daily Sun. Moving down now, air crash. Wife, children sues airline, NCAA over Deji Falaye's death. You want to know more about that? Please grab a copy, enter page 5. You go see waiting there happen there. Now, Lagos DPO arrested over fashion designers murder. Finally.
Yes, that's that story we get from the beginning of the week.
2 days ago.
Where the guy just entered party, just decided to
shoot, a fashion designer. Like that. And people don't come out, don't give plenty outcry on top of that particular one. And now they say finally the DPO has been arrested. And in the big picture there, the colored picture there, where you go see people, they carry some placard. It's the workers of Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, OGBC, protesting non-payment of salaries in Abeokuta yesterday. Another story
OGBC,
of people.
OGBC
is still
I remember that when I be small.
I even remember the song. I don't go sing them, sharp.
I know the
song,
yeah.
the song. You know, so well, now some of the stories were there inside the Daily Sun this morning. Grab a copy, make you know waiting they happen for Bodo Nigeria from inside the Daily Sun.
All right, from the Daily Sun, make we look waiting they happen for inside the Vanguard this morning. Now, for inside the Vanguard, just 1 or 2 stories where Bernard never take at all for the papers. They say amendment will cripple the $25 billion investment for inside NLNG's train. And this one day for page 44 of the Vanguard this morning. Now you go see I'm say first day over Buhari's letter. They say needless distraction. They say, oh, the choco, all the talk, which not be, this one, not be this. They say, oh, this one is just unnecessary distraction, what we don't need. The guy don't write it, he won't write it down. The person that is taking over is taking over. The person that is acting on his behalf is acting on his behalf. So all this one, they talk about title or no title. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We go see na nomenclature, na name, na the issue now.
Now, what if federal government not come outside talk? They say it's unnecessary controversy. No need for distraction. They say this one, they happen as Osibanjo, they restore fake meeting time to the 10 a.m. just as Benabi talk. More details, they inside the Vanguard this morning. Stop playing politics with Forex and monetary policy. Now, so they come outside, they tell CBN, they say, I beg, make una know they play politics with them, we don't need them at all. More details there for page 10 of the Vanguard this morning. Now, for page 13, you go see, and they say, look inward. Create jobs. Now, waiting Buhari, they tell tertiary institutions. That means our universities, our polytechnics, our College of Education, and even our Institute of Management Technology, all the higher institutions. They say make them create jobs. How possible this one go be? Whether they charge the institutions now to start to create jobs. Wow, it is for page 13 of the Vanguard this morning. Now, of course, you go see and say, Bayelsa government don't intervene in terms of payment of primary school teachers. It's a good thing.
Yes.
At least you are paying the teachers. But no, that's why they say intervene. They're not supposed to choke more before.
So, well,
yeah, they can't make it like say na external, you know, now that person works, so na external forces in them be. What a wow. All right, more details of this one for page 12 of the Vanguard this morning. Now on top, Mr. and Mrs. You go see I'm saying Mr. They tell Mrs. say, hey, say you are such a sweet and loving woman. So you just make me happy today by waking me up with, I love you, darling. They say because of this one, you don't earn yourself 100,000 because of that single statement. Hey, as my Igbo woman, Mrs. Mrs. can say, oh, I love you, darling, 1. I love you, darling, 2. I love you, darling, 3. I love you, darling, 4. Up to 10 times if possible, so that money will go from 100,000 possibly to 1 million. All right, this one, Mr. and Mrs. are inside the Vanguard this morning.
Mr. and Mrs. always they give us a hilarious time. From the Vanguard, we go quickly enter the Punch newspaper. And on top of the Punch newspaper, the top banner there, for page 3, it says 8 ways to reduce radiation when using your smartphone. Yes, we've been here that time say if they use your smartphone. Anyway, the smartphone truly they release some kind of radiation.
Yes,
yeah,
emissions.
it may not be heavy, but continuous use, continuous use, if you make those radiations, they harmful. So they tell us about 8 ways by which if you reduce the effect of this kind of radiation when they come out for your smartphone. Now immediately on that, therefore, you go see say for inside page 7, the story where they did now. 143 billion naira. Yes, you know, say yesterday we've been talking about 143 billion naira increase in the budget. Now they don't come out to tell us waiting they go use that extra 143 billion naira do say for of the budget hike. They say now for federal roads, for amnesty again. Amnesty
is actually taking 50 billion.
Amnesty again.
50 billion. Nine Oga Buhari don't approve for amnesty for the budget of 2017.
Wow. Well, they say that 143 go the things we go take now federal roads, amnesty, National Assembly, and others.
Did you say National Assembly?
National Assembly is right there, man.
Really?
Yeah, National Assembly is right there.
That's nice.
Well, so 143 billion naira, some of the things we go enter inside that 143 billion naira. For page 10, the story where they say Oshun coroner begins sitting, and Adeleke's family shuns that particular panel. And therefore, inside page 23, they say federal government plans fresh concessions of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Fresh concessions. The old ones where they know do the job well. I mean, they never finish the job.
Lagos-Ibadan Expressway? Yeah. It can't be like, say, the work where they do on top of them. You know, they ever end.
No, they end, though.
You know, they end. That's
it's a
when they
never-ending
start.
story.
I mean, this brings to question the quality of materials where our contractors, where they give on top of Nigerian roads, the materials where they use. How durable are they? Because it gets some roads where I don't pass, where they just fix them maybe 2 months ago. When I pass them today, it's in a sorry state. And guess what? They don't pay the contractor. The contractor don't do work, collect the money, film, worker go.
Well, who is inspecting these roads? Who is inspecting these contracts? I don't think with that. Well, anyway, we still continue the tour inside the Punch. Well, we don't already talk about that one. Controversy over Osibanjo's status needless, says the federal government. They say make we not make noise on top of that one. Say the job where they don't hand over to Ram Ingo, they do the job, make we, they do our own. And then for inside page 12 as well, we also don't talk that one. Alleged fraud, Emir of Kano. The Kano Assembly raised panel to probe the Emir Sanusi. That for inside page 12. Now the big headline for the Punch newspaper, you go see I'm Gidigbam there. It's the federal government meets Chibok girls' representatives and sends photos to parents. Probably not parents who never see their own children, don't send some photos to them. And then it's 82 freed girls undergo HIV tests, hepatitis test, and other tests. We don't talk about here before.
That's
say those girls, yes, they need both medical and physical and mental rehabilitation. And so this test where they go undergo are part of the rehabilitation. Also, we hear that the wives of we President Oga Buhari and we Vice President Oga Osibanjo and other governors don't go visit the 82 rescued girls. Make it just be visitation and lip service. We also hope, say, different people, different government join body as they visit them, they will also help these girls to live a better life. Now, also we hear inside the Punch newspaper there, we see, say, motorists, commuters groan as Lagos APC meeting causes gridlock. Now, several times we don't say government functions, they cause traffic for our roads. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be?
Well, obviously, it's not supposed to be, but we know, say, we don't live in a perfect utopian society. Different things not supposed to be now we they see for our country. We know, say, government, they do different things, but then the people not supposed to suffer. The people are the ones who should be served when the government is doing its job, or if the government is doing its job. And very quickly, we go round off the Punch newspaper. They say, soldier driving against traffic shoots Akwa Ibom judiciary worker. We don't tire to see abuse of firearms, abuse of weapons by uniformed men, police, soldiers, any particular uniform man at all. This is not something where if ordinary citizens do them, the person will be termed as criminal. But now uniform men, now they do this kind of thing up and down.
And if they drive against so that means
traffic.
they do one way,
Yeah,
which is an offense number one,
yes,
and then
you
offense
shoot
number two, you
somebody.
can't shoot another person again.
Terrible something there. Terrible something there. Air crash. We don't talk about air crash. The air crash. Falayi's family demands $100,000. That's about 219 million naira from the firm. Now, another funny story here. We hear say rogue NSCDC official shoots, robs tanker driver and others in broad daylight.
Now, we need to first of all confirm if those people are actually official staff of the organization, because now we get a lot of people where they come outside where they do fake. I don't hear of fake police officers where they rob. We don't hear of fake NDIC people where they. So we get a lot of people where they use this uniform to hide, to do a lot of badness. But my question now, I say, how then they get the uniform?
Another question to be answered. And finally, for the Punch newspaper, you hear say Farouk Lawan didn't report Otedola bribe to panel. So says the reps down for page 9 of the Punch newspaper. For that of this story, make sure grab your copy of the Punch newspaper. You will get the full information inside there.
All right, from the Punch newspaper, make we look quickly into the Daily Trust. Now, for the Daily Trust, the talk say ex-FCT minister remanded in prison. Wait to make them put them inside prison. You go need to check inside page 3 of the Daily Trust this morning. Now, for here, they say pay the mandatory. If this one concern, you're going to need to listen. They say pay the mandatory 1% training contribution to ITF to avoid severe penalty. ITF, now the Industrial Training Fund. Bernard, I don't know whether I want to do IT for school, but for my school, when you do 6 months IT, they're supposed to pay you money when you come back to school at the end of the 6 months.
Who will pay you? The school supposed to pay you?
Yes, ETF.
Oh, wow.
ETF supposed to pay you that money. But even as at the time when they graduate, we not smell half of this money. But, well, there's hope that the system now is changing. Anyway, they say make you pay the mandatory 1%. If not, you go face severe penalty. If you consign you're going to need to get more details inside the Daily Trust this morning. All right, for inside the Daily Trust as well, they say privatization. Because this one, federal government, don't they get $5.6 billion offer for 10 NIPP plants. Is federal government going to take this offer, or are they going to turn their other cheek and say no? More details there for page 13 of the Daily Trust this morning. Also for page 8 of the Daily Trust, they say today, 250 Nigerians, they arrive from Libya. Another deportation set of people are coming into our country. Why then deport them, and waiting go be the next line of action for these 250 Nigerians? Enter inside page 8 for more details. Now from page 8, make we enter page 24 of the Daily Trust this morning. Now for page 24, they say Benue farmers, they are beginning their planting today. That's a very good one. We hope say this one too go help them even in the States and locally for on top planting and on top food, agriculture for inside the state. More details there for page 24. And the last one for here, they say 968 Fulani maids to undergo milk processing training in Kano. Very good one. 968 Fulani maids to undergo milk processing training in Kano. More details there inside the Daily Trust this morning.
And finally, the sporting sun. We will quickly run through the sporting news this morning. Atletico de Madrid beat Real Madrid 2-1 as we talked yesterday for inside Champions League semi-final second leg. But on aggregate, Real Madrid will qualify 4-2, and they will face Juventus, the old lady of Turin. We don't already qualify yesterday. Also, we have Real Madrid, by winning this particular game or this particular tie, they don't launch their 15th final in UEFA Champions League. The Champions League yesterday been take all the shine. People even forget, say, Arsenal been go play away to Southampton. And Arsenal win that away match by 2-0. They beat Southampton 0-2. Also, you go see picture of Victor Moses there. Say Moses can be Messi. So says Amokachi. I laugh in pidgin English.
Really
they say
pidgin English.
Moses can be another Messi. And then we will also forget, say, the Europa League down to also take center stage today, where the Red Devils of Manchester United, We will play against Celta de Vigo of Spain and the Ignite Old Trafford this evening. And of course, Guardiola plots Dybala mega deal. We know say Dybala na the shining star for inside Juventus, and we say Guardiola of Manchester City won by him. And finally, Mourinho. They say Mourinho here, he tables £85 million for who? Romelu Lukaku bid. Eventually, say Mourinho go fit get him. I mean, Chelsea go get him. I mean, Man City go get him. We're going to need to wait for the transfer window to open before we know what's going to happen for inside that particular story.
Aye, okay, from there, we're going to say Bernard is a very big fan of Manchester City.
Okay. Meanwhile, Manchester United, though.
Manchester United.
Don't let my people come after you.
Oh, I can see that. I raised my hand. All right, make we check the exchange rates for Inside Independent this morning. Now, if you get USD, that's a dollar, based on CBN level, now 305 Naira to 1 USD. And but if you enter black market, now 390 Naira to $1. If you get one on a pound sterling, CBN level, they talk about 395 Naira, but if you enter black market, now 495 Naira. Now, if you get Euro, based on CBN level, now 332 Naira to 1 Euro, but if you enter black market, they talk of 420 Naira to 1 Euro. All right, that's not all the exchange rate information on top of the Independent this morning. And this is not all the time we'll get on top story for Inside World Papers. We're going to need to buy a small break. By the time we'll come back, we're going to come up from this bus stop to the next bus stop. All right, yes, you're welcome back to your Balanced Diet of Entertainment this early morning. Okay, now the next bus stop, well, they enter at the bus stop where they always make a lot of people want calling, give us their own opinion on top of the matter we want put on ground. But first, we need to thank Papa Jojo for that exercise tips where they give us every day on top of the Good Morning Naija show. Now, this one, now the one we consign our president, is to consign you, is to consign me, because now a lot of people, they're confused as to the position of the acting or our vice president. We don't turn now as the acting president of the country. Now, we know say our president, Muhammadu Buhari, be sent letter to the Senate, and the letter be read on top May 9 of 2017, where we come outside, notify the National Assembly of an intention to travel for medical check. Well, now, according to for the letter now, people they talk say, Oga Buhari, for inside the letter, he addressed the vice president, Yemi Osibanjo, as the coordinator, as against the belief where he supposed to address him as the acting president or as the acting coordinator, or as the acting president, while they travel for a medical checkup. Now, people don't come outside, they yarn so many things on top, say why he failed to address him as the acting president, especially as now we're in the travel for medical checks. Now, this one will be the 4th time where the vice president, they come outside, they do the work of the president, because this is not the 4th time where the president they travel and they properly do the handing over. Now I'm saying they do the paperwork, they do them formally as it's supposed to do based on our constitution. Now people don't come outside saying a very good thing way they do, but they only come on and say, why address them as coordinator instead of acting president in his absence? That's not the absence of President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, this is not the one where they trend everywhere. They all over the papers. People don't they talk about them since this week. And today, we don't bring them on top of our table this morning. So what do you think? As the president himself, they address the vice president as coordinator of affairs in his absence while they go for medical checks. In the building, we get with us our one and only in-house analyst where they always show face when we need them. None other than Ezugo Chukwudi in the building. Good morning, Ezugo.
Good morning. I greet you now.
Ezugo CC.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, so what do you think about this? We know say they don't trend everywhere. We know say everybody they yarn so many things about them. But what do you feel first of all about this title, coordinator, as against acting president?
You see, the truth be say nobody be the first son of Queen Elizabeth or the first daughter of Queen Elizabeth. The English language they clear in waiting the words they mean. Now, if we look acting president, see the action when the person go carry, and coordinating the activities of government or coordinator. Now, two different things, so in all honesty. But then again, you get one very important thing when we say, if they present for this situation, we make everything they clear. Section 145, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, now in President Muhammadu Buhari quote. And within that section talk now say, if Oga President no dey for office, in vice na him go take over and do everything when him go do. But the beauty of that particular thing na say you must transmit letter, that is you go write letter go give the National Assembly, because the separation of powers and the government and they work hand in hand, or the organs of government tell them say I dey transfer executive power, so based on wetin dey this section of the constitution to my vice, and I go do my work. Now Senator Mao Wabunwa wey come out wey talk say hey, the thing wey we get for our constitution na provision for acting president, not coordinating vice president. If you check am na because of the mutual suspicion wey dey for this country. Make we tell ourselves the truth, because people dey always dey feel say e get some people wey wan do certain things so that in case something happen they go dey at an advantageous position. But e go good make we point am clear say the one wey dey most important, section 145 subsection 1 of the 1999 constitution, na wetin e talk and na wetin e talk be that. But then again, e go good so that make we no come cause situation wey be say people go come sit down come dey argue things wey be say we no even suppose dey think am at all. Make e dey very very clear. Because in previous letters e dey clear say as I no dey, this person go act in the capacity of my office. As I no dey, this person go act in the capacity of my office. But why e come be say this one come be say as I no dey, e go dey coordinate the activities of government.
Okay. Bernard, before you even ask a question, make we even quote the section 145 of the 1999 Constitution as it talk am. Then talk say whenever the president transmits to the president of the Senate and the Speaker of House of Representatives a written declaration say in they proceed on vacation, or say in no fit for whatever reason unable to discharge the function of in office until in transmit to them a written declaration to the contrary, such function shall be discharged by the vice president as acting.
Okay.
Right,
Luchi, make I jump on top of that one where you talk, and on top waiting Chukudi don't talk. Now, section 145, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, we talk say the vice president will be in acting capacity, right, of the president when the president know they are around. Now, for the fact say the president don't quote that particular section of the Constitution, but he just change name. Instead of saying acting, he say coordinator. Is there any difference? Because it be like say, I don't quote Bible talk say, now waiting they say you go do, now be this. But as I quote them, I just instead of say, you shall be the sheep, the shepherd of the flock, and you go collect tithe. I just say, you shall be the coordinator of the flock. But you go still collect the tithe. So what exactly is the issue here? Is there any difference there inside?
The truth be say, like I talk, once you don't invoke that section of the Constitution, the matter don't dey very, very clear.
Exactly.
But then again, you go remember, say, if we check, especially this particular situation, the way the thing dey, people don't they talk of cabal, even though the thing been popular that time when Yaradua, be no dey around.
They don't come back again.
And the suspended SGF.
Yes.
When they be ask him, say, okay, they don't suspend you. He say who? They say presidency. He say who is the presidency?
I remember.
Now, if they make some people they look and say, wait, oh, it be like say somehow he gets hand when they for under. This letter when they write now, the person when write this one different from the person when they write the previous ones when they come. But then again, like I talk, once you don't invoke section 145, subsection 1, no Jupiter, fish shifter. But some people just won't get clear because we don't get people when we say they will go interview, they go talk, say, oh, the president, no problem. The president is just one phone call away. Now, if you talk, say the president is just one phone call away, the acting president, where you don't transfer executive powers to, some people will talk, say, that talk where you talk, someone will be like, say, everything when what happen, he must call this particular person. We know say na the same mandate, and two of them suppose they on the same page before action happen.
Yes.
But if na acting president, he gets some action when we say, or most actions, when he go fit carry because you don't transfer executive powers to them, and you believe saying they're competent to do what he's supposed to do.
But Chukudi, if you look at now, I mean, we get 28 states. We don't hear from inside the papers where they owe their teachers' salary. We get 50 billion where they debatable where they give amnesty now. Where people they come outside they talk. We get how oil workers are saying they're going to reduce the capacity of 550,000 barrel per day production. They want to shut them down because of the chaos where they happen for inside Nigeria. In the midst of all these things where they happen, you know, if you say this. A distraction. Well, the truth be say, like what Senator Shehu Sani been talking yesterday, say, once you invoke this section of the Constitution, it is very, very clear, saying like this be. But then again, you no suppose say person go on write that kind of letter, come put that particular thing. Because like I talk, if the letter no dey ambiguous, we for no sit down here, they talk this particular one. Now the one when they was important to go they talk. But some people go always hold one thing for mind, say, because of the cabal. You see, government, it be like Ludo. It be like Ludo. Some people,
when we say somehow, because of the way when we say government is structured, now Oga President then they look up to. Now when Oga President no dey, when we invite now acting president, that is, he don't wear his shoe, they do what they're supposed to do. Some of them, based on the relationship when they get with Oga President directly, when no fit dey like this, they go need go back in line, go join line. And some of these people go, they feel like say, it be like say somehow, our hand, they don't fall our hand, or our power no dey the way it is supposed to be.
Right,
but it go good make we dey emphasize say section 145 subsection 1 are the most powerful. And it's very, very clear.
We need to open our phone lines now. You wait out there if you want, call us, tell us what you think about the statement of being a coordinator to being an acting president based on the level they see now. Feel free to call us, tell us what you think on top. This is our top story. We consign the acting president, be the coordinator. Which one you feel say is supposed to be? The control number is 012772195, type in 012777195 or 012778195. Our toll-free number there for you to call us. That's 0800 Wazobia TV.
All right, Chukudi, I go still like ask you now. We know say the last time we got president been travel go the same Obodo London. Like say they're the best doctors in the world. When we go to Obodo London for this medical vacation when they get the last time, we know for a fact say there still be get some decisions where the vice president will be in acting capacity still get information from the president from. It be like say instantly they do some kind of small work even while they in vacation for London. Now this time when you don't go again, when the vice president be acting president but in not give him coordinator title, does this still mean that there get some kind of decisions we need to be taken where he still need to refer to the president even where he did? Or the acting vice president, if I don't know what I will call her now, the acting vice president or the coordinator of the country will take those decisions presently as the acting president.
The truth we say, the constitution they clear say, okay, acting president. And every action when in principle, that is the president when no day now, fit do, now he need fit do because he hold executive powers.
Yes.
But because of say, two heads are better than one.
Two good heads.
Two good heads are better than one. And the two of them, they on top of the same mandate.
Yes.
It go good make you they look, say, okay, Oga, see what I won't do, or Oga, see what I don't do, or Oga, see as we don't do this particular thing, so that confusion no go there. But then again, it go good make we emphasize, say, those people when they go up and down, they make them look like, say, anything when the acting president won't do, he must get there. Because the first time when President Muhammadu Buhari been go medical vacation this year, people come and they talk, say, man, they see turn around for government. The way, you know, the acting president go Naija Delta, he make like 5 trips.
Yes.
The CJN.
I need to hold you a little bit because we like so we get a call on the line all the way from Lagos State. Hello, good morning. Hello. EJ, calling all the way from Lagos. Okay, we need to call us back.
They say the CJN, when in this is supposed to expire on the 10th of February, you know, in forward and go to the National Assembly, make them confirm the nomination. Sharp, say things can't begin to move. Some people go even they talk, say, if like say, if we go even live like this, make it just continue. But then, some people been they look at like say, I know now, say nothing when the acting president do at the time, when you're in principle, know they're aware of. Like say, they take credit, come up from them. But make we emphasize that. If the section say this person fit act, this person get executive powers, no action when in principle, when no day now they carry, when you no go fit carry. So if you do them clearly, but for the sake of say make operation of government they seamless, you fit inform that person. But then if we get president when we say he no dey around based on health grounds, and in doctor go talk when he dey fit to come back, why not give him time, make him recuperate? The reason why you choose this person to be your vice now because you believe say if you know they he go do wonderful job.
All right, we get another call all the way from Lagos State. Emeka is on the line. Good morning, Emeka. Hello, Emeka.
The volume of
Emeka, I bet you go need to turn down the volume of your TV set so we go feel hear you well if you still there. Hello.
All right.
Let's say we get another call still from Lagos.
Abba is on the line.
Hello.
Hello, I'm hearing you. Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Oga Chupidi.
I agree to you, Oga.
Oga Chupidi, you know all this Senate, they never do their job. We need serious job. This country is going through their suffering. Many things supposed to do for this our masses. Maybe this matter, that's supposed to bring. Last time we hear on our uniform matter. Now saying that this matter. I bet this Senate, we don't send them to do our job for us. Make them come tell us what they do for us. They don't do the work we're supposed to do. Now this vice president matter, this matter we're supposed to talk about it, then go bring them to tenant the matter we're supposed to talk about it. I beg we don't need that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abba from Lagos. So,
but to give credit to the House of Senate, when Senator Mao been stand up,
yes,
the way when they quickly shut the thing down, now say, Oga, why they talk like this now? If Section 145, subsection 1, don't talk and say, make this person the act, there's no point raising this particular one.
Exactly.
But to a considerable degree, if you check political calculation, I feel, say, the reason why he raised that thing in the first place, now to make people talk about them, and now to make people they aware, and now to make people put eye for that particular one, because the letter when they send go, now their letter, they know if they like, they share it, if they like, maybe they no share it.
Yes.
But as he not talk the content of that letter, if to say some people get one simultaneous equation when they won't do, they go know say plenty Nigerians don't they aware, and people know say this man, based on waiting section 145, subsection 1 don't talk. Now acting president him be not be coordinator, but waiting they clear and say Oga president do the right thing so that vacuum no go there or confusion no go there. As he no saying they come out, in write letter give National Assembly, tell them say I dey go, I don't transfer power, give my advice, make una cooperate with them so that work go. So we don't talk about whether na coordinator or no be coordinator.
President.
Okay,
all right, we
him.
get Emmanuel on the line calling all the way from Kaduna. Hello, good morning, Emmanuel.
My sister, good morning.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Chukudi, good morning.
I dey greet your guy, man.
I hail you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning to the other your colleague there.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. You see, Chukudi, you and your colleague there, did we have anything like coordinator in our constitution?
Nothing.
There is nothing like coordinator. I don't know who write that letter. Is it that the president gave his PA or whoever that write that letter so they will bring confusion in this thing? Because for the other time, President traveled, he said he gave power to his acting to the vice president to become acting president. So why are they telling us? Why are they bringing all this name now?
Oga Ima.
Sir?
Okay, you know say the times when we say Oga president travel, when in the write letter, in the quote section 145 subsection 1. Now still that same section of the constitution that I mean quote. So you know think say if to say in quote another thing, now we will come the worry. Since he don't quote the one we talk and say he go be acting president, you think say we need to give ourselves headache?
I agree, Chukudi. He quotes that this thing based on lie. So why that coordinator? Why is it not acting president? That's just where the confusion is now. Let me remind you, Chukudi. You remember when OBJ did on power?
Okay.
When he gave Atiku was the one acting.
Okay.
When they tell OBJ to approve
Hello, Emmanuel.
when Atiku clapped as an acting, he approved it immediately. Is it not power transfer to him? So I don't see, let them use that word that we understand. Acting, not coordinator. Coordinator is not in our constitution. It is acting president that is there.
All right, thank you very much, Emmanuel. We get another call all the way from Lagos. Ifeanyi is on the line. Good morning, Ifeanyi. Hello, Ifeanyi, still there? Hello? All right, you're going to need to call us back, Ifeanyi. All right, Chukudi, you know where to, we need to buy a small break. When we come back, we need to talk about the capacity, because some people now, they wonder, say, was he really in his right state of health for him to cut A and write B for inside the paper, for inside the letter? More to come on top of the Good Morning Naija show. No go anywhere.
Maybe for no loss, we'll carry you come back the stories where we did talk, our top story before. We did talk about the position of we vice president, whether in acting capacity or in coordinating capacity. And we get our Kajad analyst in the house here, Mr. Chukudi Ezugo. Now, Chukudi, before we go, we know say the show goes to end. We could quickly ask you now, whether in acting capacity or in coordinating capacity, what do be the team we expect from the vice president? What exactly is expected of him now? We say in the standing for the president.
You see,
and we don't know when the president will come back.
Exactly.
Then they talk say to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yes.
The first thing we say, if President Muhammadu Buhari, when all of us beat our chest talk, say okay, if we check the way we say politicians them they behave for this country, to a considerable degree, it not be like them because some of them are their pockets now to save money for their generation when they never born, to buy property abroad, to put money for inside bank accounts. Now, many of them we know them for, but it not be like them. Now, if he can't choose person when he talks, say this man go be my vice, it means he go choose person when go balance the kind of person when he be. Now, this year, the time when President Muhammadu Buhari bin first go that vacation, when called on medical vacation or the extended one, we see the work when we say Professor Yemi Osibanjo do. He get one particular thing when on the dragon for a very long time. The office of the CJN, Oga Onoge, people don't talk and say, if February 10th reach and this thing no happen, wahala go dey all this thing, it go throw us into crisis. Shena say, but the creativity and the ideas when the man carry come enter government, until when we say, he make plenty people beat their chest, say, yes, this man know what he do. See the visit when he make to the Naija Delta, meet with certain people. It just be like say Naija Delta issue, when on the trouble on since. How many times anybody hear of the Avengers again?
So because are you saying it's been a savior?
No, the truth we say, government, they know they go university, go learn how to become better president. Now ideas, if you identify the problem, and you check how you go take solve them, you try this one, it no work. You use this one, it go work. If you use this one, it no work. You come back, ask questions, see how you go take apply them. People, when they see you genuinely want solve problem, go see, say, this person they show interest, they go cooperate. You get the time when they say, once, hey, them blow pipeline here, they do this, they do that, but you go see, they don't come down. Because it don't show the commitment of the government. Say, we say we want clean up Ogoni land. We say we want clean up the Naija Delta. We say we want stop environmental degradation. We say we want empower the people. If you not give us time, we'll go do it. And people don't wait because they say, in the long run, if it better, all of us it go better for make we see. Now we did at some point when we say some people they look say the only thing we get now people won't get ideas.
Now, Chukudi, I go like ask because as you just talk amnesty, you just bring into the question and the one with the inside the papers this morning. Now for the budget, they talk say don't increase them to 100. They increase them by 143 billion naira, and out of this 143 billion, 50 billion then they don't set aside for the amnesty program. Now you feel say this money go there enough to at least make sure say the grassroots of the Naija Delta go there affected positively.
You see the truth, we say if you want solve problem, if they get stage, you go get the stage 1, you go get the stage, or you go get what they call the immediate. Waiting go make you solve this thing. Now it don't be like when accident happen and somebody they bleed, you go apply first aid to stop the bleeding so that the damage when the thing go cause, at least it go stop. Then you can check for maybe when you don't stop the bleeding, you can check what the extent of the damage. Now, in the immediate, we get young people when we say no get anything when they do. We get young people when we say the only thing when they know now, maybe force, fight. And these people still be very, very available. If you create that opportunity for them to carry gun or enter inside bush or enter inside creek, they go enter. Now, what the government they try to do now, say in the immediate, we make these people, make this thing not they attractive to them again by giving them that stipend when they give them, when they collect. And as they collect that stipend, work they go on based on cleanup of the environment, based on empowerment projects, based on teaching people say this life no be the life. If Nigeria don't dey okay, everybody go enjoy them. If Nigeria as a country better, now all of us go enjoy them now. We never see anywhere when we say, for example, if accident will happen for bad road, it go ask you who you vote for before one person go die. Or if bullet will enter person, but it go ask say, now Buhari you vote for, now good luck, Jonathan. So if the country better, now all of us, if it's poor, now all of us go suffer.
I know say because time don't go, so many things I want to ask, especially concerning the Naija Delta and the cleanup and the amount of money we will not say be like say don't enter back door. But you know what? This not all the time we will get. Thank you so much. You could say come inside the building with us. All right, this not all the time we get on top of the show today. We'll go there again tomorrow. Funky Friday, Faji Friday, Feel Good Friday. I remain Lichi in Obo, make you get better day. Yes,
of course. And my name remains Bernard Akide. We know say we don't get very, very wonderful day concerning this particular matter. We don't bring common up front. Tomorrow promises to be another wonderful day. We go bring another top story coming up front, and possibly we go discuss them together. My name never changed. My name still remains Bernard Akide. Make you enjoy this wonderful, wonderful Thursday.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.